Okay, so these are the 5 best pieces of business advice you will ever hear. Big claim, trust me. Number 1, you need to be focused, okay? So quite often people get really overwhelmed in business and they try to go after every possible customer base. And the problem is, if you're trying to be all things to all people, quite often you'll end up being nothing to anybody, okay? A lot of businesses that are really successful are successful because they own a niche. If I take my own business, within the craft business, we weren't just within a niche, as in craft. We were a niche within the niche. We focused on paper craft within the craft industry. And even within the niche that is paper craft, we went after a specific customer base. And you could be the world to that customer. And it's better to be the world to one customer base than try and be all things to all people, okay? And if you think about that in like an everyday life as well, focus is brilliant. If you think that you're a prolific multitasker and you can sit on a Teams call and at the same time be busy doing emails, actually splitting your focus across multiple things means nothing's getting your attention, which means you're not doing a great job of anything, either your emails or being present on that call. So try and just keep focused on one thing. It's okay to switch your focus from one to the other, but stay focused on one thing. If you're 100% committed to one thing, to the task in hand, you will always do the best job of it, okay? Now, number 2, set goals, okay? So if you think about this in your everyday life, you wouldn't dream of going on a diet and just saying, yeah, I want to lose some weight, but not really knowing where you want to get to, whether that's a dress size or whether that's so much on the scales. Having an idea of where you want to get to and some milestones of success along the way is a surefire way to enable you to succeed, okay? So by setting key performance indicators, KPIs, you're going to know when you have achieved certain things within either your business or within your life. I try to use goal setting in all areas of my life, not just in my business. Now, if we are thinking specifically within business, goals can be things like a revenue plan, or it can be a target for profit. It might be a set of customers, certain customer number you want to achieve, or something like increasing your average spend of a customer. Those are all different examples of goals that you can set yourself. And what I would encourage within goal setting, we've got to be smart. We've got to be specific. We've got to be measurable. The goal that you're setting is measurable. It's got to be achievable. That's the A. Realistic, which is the R. And then T is time set. So you've got to set yourself what you want to achieve within a certain time. Okay? Third thing that you need to be is adaptable. Okay? You've got to be prepared to adapt and change your plans to react to situations. And the most prolific example of that is the pandemic. Look at how all the businesses that succeeded through the pandemic were able to adapt their business model and really change things, how they were doing things in their business. And, you know, it shouldn't just be reserved for challenging times. You should be looking at how to adapt your business model all the time. And a couple of great examples of this. If I look at Kodak, okay? Kodak used to be the biggest photographic company in the world. However, they failed to react to the digitization of this market and they were just reduced to nothing, okay? And then in contrast, if you look at Netflix, a lot of people don't realize that Netflix actually started out as a company that was renting DVDs. Now, they stepped away from what was a hugely successful business model for them at the time, and in 2007, they instead adapted to focus on streaming via the internet, and look where it's got them. Okay, so adaptability really is king. Now, number 4, your customer is king. You'll hear that a lot, or queen potentially, okay? There is no business without customers. Now, it seems really obvious, but a lot of businesses forget about this. And you've got to put the customer at the true heart of everything you do, at every business decision that you are making. Think about it from the customer's point of view. Put yourself in their shoes and see it through their lens, okay? You need to be making sure that your product or service that you're delivering is something that your customers want, something they need, and ideally something they truly love, okay? You should be listening and responding to their needs all of the time. What you'll find is the more that you let customers shape your business, the more successful you are going to become as a business, okay? And then finally, fantastic piece of advice in business and in life in general is be yourself, okay? know this is that saying about be yourself, everything else is taken. But it's if you are authentically you don't show up in different places at different times. You never have to remember, and it's effortless just being yourself, okay? So you can't build a business unless you're really being true to yourself. So if you look at me, I love crafting. I love the challenge. I love the creativity. I love the diversity. I love people who do crafting and are in love with crafting. So for me, building a business within crafting was just natural. It was aligned to what I love to do. And it meant that I had this huge passion for what I'm doing. So it doesn't feel like work to me. It is something that I love. I'm sure I wouldn't have had the same passion if I started a software company, for example. So do something that you love, be yourself, and you'll find the rest will come naturally. Hopefully those are 5 great tips, not only to run your business by, but to live your life by as well.